God has given us a name that is above every name.
That's right. That's right.
He is our safety. He is our healer. He is our all in our all.
That's right.
And he's never too busy to be there for all of us when we need him, collectively and individually. And I love Jesus. He went to the cross to die for my sins and the sins of this world. And there is none like him.
Come on, come on. small testimony. It warms my soul because this past week, my second mom had a massive heart attack. When you say a massive heart attack, instantly people think of death. 100% blockage. But do you know this day she's sitting on the side of her bed talking? It was about time when she had a heart attack. She didn't get the massive part until she was in the ambulance. God made sure that she was under care. I'm talking about, you talking about some praying. I'm praying, the church praying, the brothers praying, the daughter-in-law praying, the grandchildren praying. You can't tell me the power of prayer. Our bishop praying. Come on now. That name Jesus. Something about that name Jesus. I don't like just calling on them in trouble. Just everyday life can make you just call on Jesus. Woo! Come on, y'all. We got to say this just a little bit more. Come on, please. Just a little while more. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Hey! Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
Be a generation that just got excited about the name of Jesus all by itself. But you know, now we got to put a good package on it. Now we got to put some chocolate, put some strawberries and whipped cream on it. But is there anybody that just pick the name of Jesus out here? You ain't got to change the song. But just put it give God glory. We give him honor. Thank God for that name. Thank God for that name. He said, I'm going away, but I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you with a comforter. But he said, when you pray, you send your petition. He said, make sure you don't sign it in your name. Make sure you don't sign it in my name, but make sure you sign it in my name. In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. Basically what he was saying was, use my name. Amen. Use my name. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Can we give God a hand praise for these ministers over here? Amen. My God. Well, I don't know you personally, but I'm going to have to tell Sister Andrea that she did mighty good. Amen. Amen. To all of you, God's children, it's a blessing to be here on this Sunday morning. Let's go to Psalms 51. Psalms 51. Psalms 51, we're going to start at verse 16, and we'll start reading at the conclusion of verse 17. It's amazing how Jesus doesn't get popular until we're in trouble. Amen. When things are good, he's not popular at all. But when we're in trouble, we put God first in. Psalms 51. Say got it. When you have it, you'll find these words. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O God, you will not despise, for you do not delight in sacrifice, otherwise I would give it. You are not pleased with burnt offering. Can somebody find Psalms 34 and 18. Just back up a little bit. We're going to read that to you. Psalms 34 and 18. When you get there, just say, got it. Psalms 34 and 18. When you have it, you'll find these words. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. May the Lord have a blessing upon the readers and the hearers and the doers of his holy word. I want to preach on a simple subject, the power of brokenness. The power of brokenness. Thank you, ushers. Lord, we love you. We thank you. We give you glory, God. We give you honor for this moment. Lord, we need to hear your voice right now, oh God. And Lord, I acknowledge that I can't do this without you, God. You can do this much better than what I can. So God, I come as an empty vessel, Father God. I pray that you pour your content, God, in this vessel so that this vessel can pour out only what you put in it, God. We love you, God. We thank you. And we count somebody being helped already in the name of Jesus, God. We're not afraid to give you credit, God, because you've been faithful, God. You've never been late, God. You've never been early, but you've always been at the right time. So we tell you thank you. We're not afraid to tell you thank you in advance, God, because you've been so consistent. You've been so faithful, God, and we just go ahead and tell you thank you now. You earned it, God, the way you showed up for us over and over and over and over again. God, you earned it. You earned every bit of it. So we tell you thank you now, oh God, in that man. It's in the mighty name of Jesus we pray. If you love him, just shout amen. The power of brokenness. God knows what he's placed in every last one of us. The moment you gave your life to Christ and you were born again, he knows what he's placed on the inside of you. Every seed, everything he's placed on the inside of you. We often read what the fruit of the Spirit is, but at the same time, I believe that when God gives it to us, he gives it to us in seed form. And how many of you know that fruit has to be developed? And if you don't do the proper things, fruit will not be developed and you'll never ever see it. Doesn't mean that it's not in the seed, But if you don't cultivate that seed properly, you'll never ever have the benefit of the fruit. And God knows what he's placed on the inside of us. He knows what the Holy Spirit is capable of. And so I believe, I know that God sends us through seasons of life to where he's concentrated on getting out of us what he knows in us. That's in us. Do I have a witness in here? Some of you have prayed some prayers, I believe, that God has to send you into construction, that God has to box you into certain places in your life in order for those things to be poured out of you. But the problem is that oftentimes we don't understand the power of brokenness, and many times we try to avoid being broken. Talk to me there. Many times we try to do all we can. Every time the pressure begins to apply, we try to see what we can do to alleviate the pressure instead of understanding why the pressure is coming. Because how many know that some things cannot happen unless you apply pressure? Do I have a witness in here? Some things you can't get open unless you apply enough pressure to it. A 2-year-old might not be able to open this water bottle. Not because the bottle can't open, not because it doesn't have content on the inside, but because they don't have enough pressure to apply to it. And so basically we got to understand that sometimes we go through things in life and we get in ruts, we get in hard places. Our heart gets hardened. We get to a place to where our will gets hardened. And the only way that God can get out of us what he needs out of us is that we have to find ourselves in a broken place. Can I tell you something? If you find yourself broken, take courage to the fact to know that God allowed you to get broken. Because the moment that you're broken, that's the moment that God is able to do what he needs to do with you. Do I have to witness it here? But oftentimes we think God is mean during the broken process. Because the problem is that oftentimes we don't want to be broken. We won't change, but we'd rather stay in the state that we're in and not allow God to break us, because the breaking can be painful. And we think when we're going through the breaking process that God, I can't believe God is letting me go through this. I can't believe this is happening to me. Because we look at the good that we do, but we don't look at the other things that really needs to be worked out of us. We only concentrate on the good that we do. Somebody say amen. But we got areas that we closet off. We come on, talk to me. We got areas that we block off and say, God, no, you can't get in here. So this is where I'm going to operate out of, and we judge God on the basis of those things. But let me just hold you a little bit here. What if I call you mean, just cruel, uncaring, because you were hungry and you opened a bag of chips that you bought? Your Doritos. Talk to me here. Your Cheetos that you bought and you opened them. And for my elder people, my older folks, your Lay's. But I know y'all don't like all that cheese, but your Lay's that you open. Whatever it is, your favorite kind of chip that you bought. And you open it. And I said, oh my God, you're just so mean for destroying that bag like that. Why did you? My Lord. What if I call you mean for taking your brand new TV out of the box that you bought? That's right. What if I call you mean? Them roasted peanuts you like to eat, them boiled peanuts you like to eat. What if I call you mean for cracking the shell to get the peanut outside of the shell? Y'all not hearing this. And so how in the world can we call God mean or judge him unjustly, because he knows what he bought, number one. The Bible says that you were bought with the price. So if he understands and knows what he bought, how much he paid for it, that's what he has to, right? Not only did he buy it, but he bought it and he packaged it. So if he bought it and it belongs to him, just like you felt like since you bought the chips, because as long as the chips are in the store, you don't have the right to open them. But the moment you spend your hard-earned money and you buy them and you get them out of the store, you can open the bag how you want to open it to get it out of the bag. So I have a witness in here. So the same way, God understands the price that was paid for you, and what he does is that the good on the inside of you got to come out one way or the other. And so basically he says the only way I can get you to be who you need to be and to get out of you what needs to come out of you, I got to break it. How you gonna get the chips out the bag unless you? Come on, talk to me here, somebody. So I said I have to do that. And so we got to understand that the broken part of us is going to be the part where the biggest blessing comes from. God is near you when you're in a broken place. The picture of brokenness is like a wild stallion. A wild stallion wants its independence. It don't want to be ridden. Talk to me. It doesn't want to be told what to do. And I believe we got a generation of folks who don't want to be told what to do. Somebody say amen to here. You know, but the problem I have with this, it doesn't mind, the stallion don't mind the cowboy feeding it. Or keeping water in the trough. I'm talking to you. Yeah. Keeping water in the trough, it doesn't mind it having a place to go when it begins to rain. The stallion don't mind that at all. It just don't want nobody to get on his back. Oh, y'all talk about it. But the process of breaking the stallion involves the cowboy getting on the back and riding it. And the stallion often bucks and try to throw the cowboy off. Basically, get off my back. Just bless me with food. Get off my back. Just bless me with water. Get off my back. Just bless me with covering. Get off of my back. Do I have a witness in here? Give me everything, but stay off of my back. But the cowboy has the future in mind. So regardless of how much that stallion bucks, that cowboy gets right back on and hey, don't it seem like after you shake off one issue and shake off one problem, you got something else on your back? Can I tell you, it ain't always the enemy. Sometimes it's God hopping right back on, saying, I got your future in mind. I know what's in you, and I'm going to ride you until you're broken. Do I have a witness in here? How do you know? But how do you know when the stallion reaches a point to where it's finally broken in? The stallion ain't gonna come out of his mouth and say, I'm ready. Use me, cowboy. Because oftentimes that can be a lie. Lord, I'm available to you. No, those words come out of our mouth, but it does not prove that we have been broken and that we are ready for use. How do you know this horse is broken in? You know the horse is broken in, not because it loses strength or it becomes weakened. Not because the horse, the muscles in its legs become weaker. The horse doesn't become weaker when it's broken. But the way you know it's broken in is that now it's under somebody else's control. There's no way you need to call him Lord if you're not under his control. That's why Jesus said, why call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Y'all don't like that. And I said that a long time ago. We got to be careful when we say Lord. Because Lord is something that you respond to. Lord is something that makes you move. Lord is something that you give allegiance to. Do I have a witness in here? Lord is something that you submitted to, that can rule you. And we got to be careful when we say Lord, because I said when we say Lord, sometimes Jesus is not the one that often answers. Because Lord is a generic title. Lord can be applied to anything or anybody. So when you say Lord, the question is who responds. Sometimes when we say Lord, our job say, huh? Sometimes when we say Lord, our spouses say, huh? Sometimes when we say Lord, our kids say, huh? Sometimes when we say Lord, sometimes huh come out of our own mouth. Because we have nobody that we feel that can tell us what to do or put us in a place of submission. Do I have a witness in here? But brokenness is the place where God blesses you. Brokenness is the place where transformation takes place. Do I have a witness in here? Amen. So many of us want the blessing of God, but we just don't want him to ride us. I want you to understand the brokenness process. It's like even when you think about furniture, some antique furniture, if you want to restore it, it's an awesome process. They use strong chemicals. Y'all know what? They strip it down of the old varnish. They get sandpaper and they begin to sand it down. And as they sand it down, they expose all the crooks, the cracks, the net, the crannies, all of the flaws as they begin to sand it down. Can I tell you something? Oftentimes we know that we got crooks and crannies and cracks and all kinds of things, but we don't want God to deal with those cracks in our vessels. We just want God to put some varnish on it, put some polish on it, put some gloss on it, and send us on our way. Talk to me here. And then we end up fooling people and messing up people because they saw that we were polished. Talk to me. They saw that we had good varnish, but when our cracks begin, talk to me, polish can't override a crack area. And so therefore God said, I'm going to box you into some situations to where I'm going to show you to you. It ain't nothing like when God show you to yourself. I know we don't like this kind of preaching. Maybe I brought vegetables this morning. We got a vegetable plate this morning. I ain't bringing no cake this morning, do I? Every now and then we just have to have that. Do I have a witness here? But he exposes all of that. But you know, even through all of that, he continues to send us. Some people you come in contact with, you know why you can't stand them? That's your sandpaper. Do I have a witness in here? Some folks were meant to get along with. Oh, God, y'all don't like that. Some folks you would never get along with. That's why the Bible says live peaceably with all men as much as it be possible. So that means that with some folks it just ain't possible. Some people are designed to be your sandpaper. You ain't cussing till you got around them. You thought you were delivered until you got around them. And they just were sandpaper showing you that, girl, you still got a cuss way down in your chakra, way down there, that you still got something there. You might have a witness of you. God will remind you just where you are. The moment you think you have arrived and got super holy, that you've grown so much, God let you know that, wait a minute now, come on now, you ain't all the way there yet. I'm not done with you. All right. And don't nobody else say amen to that. I'm going to say amen myself. God knows he can remind me, all right, Bishop, you ain't all that now. Wait a minute. I ain't got everything up out of you yet. If I shake the container, let's move on. So he exposes us to ourselves. All of this is a process because he has to get us to a place to where he can break us to do what he needs to do with us. And during this process, the stripping down and all of that, that's a painful process. It hurts. That's why we avoid it. That's why we try to hold on to things longer than what we should hold on to. Because when God begins to strip you, how many know that some stuff that was there, he takes away? Do I have a witness here? But if you got a problem with God taking away and stripping, you'll never ever get to a place to where he can build you where you need to be. Anybody still in the house? Life becomes a construction zone when God begins to put you in a place to where you're broken. Sometimes life puts you in a place to where you know God is doing construction in your life. Sometimes you got to be in a place to where you know you need to be by yourself for a while. Come on, talk to me in here. Don't let nobody get all super religious on you and tell you, well, you need to be, you need to just feel. Sometimes I need to be around folks, but there are some seasons to where I just need to be by myself. When I'm in a construction zone, he's not done working on me in this season. In a construction zone, you got nails and all kinds of stuff. If you get too close, I might end up hurting you, not not even trying to hurt you, because God got me exposed. He's stripping me. He's doing a thing in me. Do I have a witness in here? Tell somebody, don't get too close in this season. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm broken. I'm in pieces right now. I'm in pieces, and one of my pieces might cut you. Just give me a minute right now. Just give me a second. You got to know that for yourself. I'm trying to paint the picture. We'll get out of here. A remodeler comes to your home, and he shows you, I can make your kitchen look like this. Look at these wonderful cabinets. I'll add these. I'll do all of these things for you. He shows you the great plans. And we get excited about that, right? Real excited. We get excited in church when we hear God has great plans for you. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of peace, not of evil, plans to prosper you. God got a plan for you, and we get so excited about that. Am I right about it? Right. Yes, he does. He has great plans. So does that remodeler. And we get excited about the plan. Somebody prophesied to us. We get excited about the prophecy. We get excited about the prayers that's been prayed. But through all of that, we forget about the process. I'm just trying to get you to understand the purpose of the brokenness here. We forget about the process. See, hear me, the renovation plans will show you always what it's going to look like. But I noticed that the plans never show you the process. All right. Think about that. Every time they come in and show you their work, they'll show you, I can make this. When I'm done, it's going to look like that. But they never ever show you the process in between. Right. Come on, can I tell tell you something? That yes, God does have a plan for you. All of these wonderful things are in store for you. But guess what? Your current stuff, they never show you that your current stuff got to be torn down. They never show you that some stuff got to be torn up. They just tell you what it's going to look like. They never tell you that you're going to have to deal with the dust. They never tell you that you're going to have to deal with the cleanup. They never tell you that you're going to have to deal with the noise. I feel like preaching. Hey, you got to understand that although all these things are promised for you, but can I tell you, you're going to have to deal with the tear up and the tore up after this. You're going to have to deal with the mess. You're going to have to deal with the cleanup. You're going to have to deal with the noise. Somebody frustrated now because you're tired of the noise. Do I have a witness in here? It's going to be a process. So this process is called brokenness. Brokenness. Getting you to a place to where he can do what he needs to do with you. Getting you to a place that he can get out of you what he's already placed there. Do I have a witness in here? That's the process. Let me help you out. This would be too long. Many people, just like this person who wants the house remodeled, we want God to give us a new life, a new job, a new situation, but they don't want him to touch anything. I'm confused, boo. You want God to give you a new this, fix my situation, replace this, do this. But you don't want him to touch anything. We tell him what kind of life we want, but at the same time, we get to looking crazy when he start touching stuff. You ask the remodeler to come in and take your floor up and put a new one down. But when he start pulling up your old carpet, you say, oh, wait. This carpet been in the house for 15 years. But how? The remodeler is going to put the new carpet down without taking the old carpet up. Be careful of what you ask God to do. Can I tell you something? If you got a problem with God touching areas in your life, the only thing I'm going to tell you is this. You crying about stuff, what don't get touched, don't get fixed. I ain't never seen nobody fix it. All right, now. Did not put their hand on it. So don't say you make all things new and I will bow down. Don't say all of that if you don't trust him and if you don't give him permission to tear some stuff up in your life. Don't say you make all things new. Because whatever he touches, hear me, it becomes new. But the problem is this. The problem is that this church has shifted into a fix-it Jesus mentality. Our focus is always on the fix it. Oh, fix it, Jesus. Work it out. Fix it. Are y'all with me? It won't always be like this. Could it be that our storms and our situations are lingering because we're crying, fix it? Jesus, there it is. Instead of fix me. Come on, talk to me again. Everything fix it, Jesus. You know, and those are the songs we tell the church up about. Fix it, Jesus. Do it for me right now. I know you're able. I mean, we tell the church over that stuff. Every time we talk about what he gonna do, and the moment we talk about what we gonna do, that I need to give myself away, that I surrender all, we get quiet here. We get the pain. We get to looking around. Yeah, we do. But the moment we begin to talk about open up the floodgates of heaven, the rain fall, and what God gonna do, yes, Lord. But the moment we talk about what we gotta give to God, they need to come on here. They're saying this for too long. Come on, do your own personal inventory. If you can only shout about what the song talk about, if he can give something to you, but you can't shout about and get excited about what you can give to him, what kind of relationship is that? I'm gonna be done in a minute. I know we do not like this at all. So basically we're saying, God, you can touch my mind. God, you can touch my car, you can touch my house, my job, you can touch my sickness, you can touch my children, but don't touch me. Go on, Jesus. Touch that. No, don't touch me. Touch that, touch this, fix that. I'm good, I'm okay, I just need that. If you fix that, I'll be okay. And how many people feel like if he fixes this or that, then I'll be okay? Let's reverse it. How about if he fixed this right here, then all of that'll be okay. So the question is, when are you going to let God deal with you? All of us got to be dealt with that sometime. All of us got to come to a certain point to us and say, here I am, God, work on me. Break me, whatever you got to do. I trust you in the process. Nobody likes surgery, but everybody loves the benefits of it. And so you just got to go ahead and sign the consent form and say, God, I'm getting on the table. You ain't got to force me. You ain't got to beat me. I need some stuff fixed in my life. I need more mobility. I need to be able to do more. Put me on the table, God, whatever you got to do. Work on my character, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Prayer just won't change things. If you let it, it'll change you too. Come on, do I have a witness in here? Never forget that God's main focus is not your situation. His main focus has always been you. You're the one that's about to pull your hair out about your situation. Not God. It's you that feel like you can't take it another day. Not God. Does he care? Yeah. But he's concerned more about you than your situation. Do you hear what I'm saying? The disciples were out in the storm, caught in the middle of the storm. They rowing, they hollering, they crying, they going through all kind of turmoil. Jesus come down from the mountain praying. They in the boat right here. Jesus told them, I'll meet you over there on the other side. But they right here caught in the storm, about to lose their mind, thinking they about to die. Where in the world is Jesus? Jesus come from the mountain praying. Well, getting ready, the Bible say, as if he was going to pass them by. He see them, he hear them hollering and all that stuff, but Jesus is going, he's just walking right past them. So he's concerned about them more than what he's concerned about what they're going through. Because he told them that I'll meet y'all over there. Y'all missed it right there. He said, I'll meet y'all over there. I'll meet you over there. Do you hear me? So basically what you're going through right here, it's all right. Everything is going to be okay. Because if I told you I'm going to meet you over there, this right here can't take you out. So what you think you're about to lose your mind over, I'm okay. The only thing this storm is going to do is going to develop you to let you know that no matter what you go through, I still got you. But if I speak something over your life, it puts you in a place where you trust me more. Do I have a witness in here? So God is getting us to a place where he said, I want to deal with you. You prayed about your situation. The pressure you feel, God said, I'm just trying to apply pressure to break. That's what I'm trying to do. Do I have a witness in here? I know what I put in, and I just want to get it out. So therefore, you got to be broken. All of us in here, come on, to your bank. If you put some money in your bank, and you go, they tell you can't get it out. Anybody hit check been put on hold? Some been put on hold before. Regardless of how right they might be, you get frustrated. You better tear the bank up. Because you know what you put in your account, and the only thing you want to do is get it out. Come on, do I have a witness in here? I ain't be able to tell it all to you this morning. Everybody, when we grew up, had a little ceramic piggy bank. Right? You put your little money in there. You was excited. When it was time to go somewhere and you needed that money, you pick that thing up, you start shaking it, nothing will come out. You know when you put it in there, but it's not coming out. And then you discover that it's something that's blocking the change from coming out. You discover that it's something that's blocking the change from coming out. You discover that it's something that's blocking. I'm going to stop right here. You notice that there's something that's blocking the change. Some of y'all think I'm talking about the coins right now, but I'll move gets to a point in our life, I don't care how spiritual we are, I don't care how much we grow, all of us get to a point to where oftentimes something gets in the way that blocks the change from coming out. And when there's something that blocks the change from coming out, God has to get to a place just like we do with that piggy bank. We're only left with one option. The only option you have is that you got to break it in order to get out of it what you put in it. And I'm going to tell you not to despise the breaking season. God is just trying to get out of you what he knows he put on the inside of you. That's all he's doing. So whatever he has to do, let him do it. God is not overly pleased by you just giving him sacrifices, as the scripture just told us. He's not overly pleased by that. Many of us sacrifice all day rather than obey. Do I have a witness in here? God said, I understand you giving me some of your time. And some of us say, I got to go to church to get God some of my time. God said, I appreciate you breaking me off a little. I appreciate you breaking me off a little. I appreciate that. But he said, that's not what I want. He said, I don't want what just comes out of your hand. I don't want what just comes out of your mouth. But he said, I want you. I know what I put in you. I know what I destined for you. I know where you should be. I know what you should look like. What you should look like. But oftentimes we're not where we need to be. And we don't look like what we need to look like.
All right, now.
And God said, until then, I'm going to get right back on your back and I'm going to start riding again. I'm going to apply some more pressure. You thought last season was tough. God said, I love you so much that I'm going to ride you until you get it. I'm going to ride you until you finally surrender and say, okay, God, here am I. I come out with my hands up. That's what God said he's going to do. I'm going to ride you. I'm going to let stuff stay broken. The door's open. I'm going to let things stay broken in your life until the old things are no longer visible. If you want to know how long he's going to let it stay broken, until the old things are no longer visible. Do I have a witness in here?
Amen.
And he said the broken process, he said smile. Because the broken process is only to make room for the new. If you ever wondered if God had anything new coming to your life, if God had more in your life, most folks don't take out refrigerators unless a new one's on the way. Most folks don't put furniture on the curb until more furniture is on the way. Come on, talk to me in here. He said, don't give up on me now, although the Ashley furniture truck ain't arrived to your house yet. He said, don't get dismayed with me. He said, know that the furniture is on the way, but in order, they often want you to have that stuff out before the new stuff arrives. And some of us don't want to get the old stuff out until we see the new stuff show up. You might have a witness in here, but God said the truck won't pull off until you get the old stuff out. So he said, let me break it, let me tear it up, let me do what I need to do with your life. Let me do it. Let me do it. And then some of you, you know God has, not you, not anybody else that think they done it. You know that God has personally torn down some stuff in your life. You know that God has personally stripped some stuff out of your life. And the problem is you trying to rebuild it. If I can't tear down what he builds, if Satan can't tear down what he builds, how you gonna rebuild what he's torn down?
Oh, wow.
And some of us are so frustrated. God is ready to do a new thing. God broke up some stuff. God tore some stuff down and we're trying to rebuild it. And it ain't working. It ain't working. Let him do it. Somebody in here now said, God, I feel like I'm losing control over my life. God, I don't know what's going on. God said, I'm almost there. I'm gonna keep riding. I'm almost there. Somebody is saying, God, I just don't know what to do no more. I'm losing my grip. God said, that's what I want. I'm almost there. Because the place I get you to where you understand that you don't control your own life, that you don't run your own life, he said, that's when I know you've reached the place where you needed to be. not given your life to Christ, I didn't even tell y'all everything I really need to tell you, but I believe I hear the Spirit say, stop right there. Somebody got what they needed to get. If you haven't received Christ, I invite you, I beg you, I beseech you to come now. You'll never be where you need to be without Christ. You'll never have what you need to have without Christ. I invite you to come now. The only thing he asked you was to just believe him. Just believe him. He said, if you just believe me, he said, I'll take it from there. If you think you saved or hope you saved, you need to come now. I wouldn't worry about who's looking at me. I will come now. Even if you don't join abundant life, it's kingdom. We want you connected to the kingdom. Even if you need a church home or covering. Even if you just want to come under watch care. You need to be connected to somebody of believers. You need some covering for your soul. I beseech you to come now. Will you come? And if I'm the salesman that's making you the offer that you already got, can you just put your hands together and tell God, thank you. I already got it. I'm glad that I have it. Come on, can you tell me thank you? I know what you're talking about. I got that. Yeah, it worked real good. I know about that. Come on. Come on, can anybody just give God a review? Come on. Come on, can you just give God a review and say, yes, I tried him. Come on, yes, I know him. He's made ways for me. Talk to me here. Come on, yes, I know him. We're in a relationship. Come on, it ain't where it needs to be, but we're getting stronger and stronger. Come on. Amen. Quickly, however the Lord has prospered you, let's get back unto him in that way and in that manner.